Hey, what's going on, people? So, we're working on the AC. The high side line is leaking. So, without further ado, I'm gonna show you what I'm working on. It's a 2011 Ford Taurus. I already jumped ahead, so bear with me. I will show how I reassemble everything back together, though. All right, so this is what we got. All right, so this is the high side line. This line is leaking because the Schrader valve is no bueno. So we got to replace this whole line. So disconnected it from the dryer, and this line goes all the way back to the evap. Right? No, I'm sorry, not the evap. The expansion valve right here. So this all comes as one set. So you got to replace both. Can't just do one. All right. So I have to take the Plymouth off with the intake manifold, which is right here, and the rest of the intake is over here. So this is what I'm working with right now. Almost got this out of here, and then just waiting on the part. Then we can slap it all back together. So let's get it. All right. Now, excuse me. All right. So this is the high side line, which is connected to the other half of the low side. So it comes as one unit. Can't just buy one separately, even though it was the high side on here. That's the problem. I don't know if you can see that Schrader valve. It's ripped to shreds. It's done. So that's what was causing the leak. Let me see. Oh, I'll show you an example of the good Schrader valve, so you can get an idea of what it's supposed to look like. See that? See how that's intact right there, as opposed to the other one, which is disintegrated in there. Oh, let me get some light in there. All right. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that. Ripped to shreds, man. So that's the cause of taking this line out. I wish I could have showed you how I took it out, but that required two hands, so I couldn't hold the camera and do it at the same time. So now we got that part out. All right, all up in here. Had to snake it all the way through here, out through the back, and pull it out. So when you are doing this thing, make sure you're not breaking vital lines like this one right here, which goes to the fuel line. This that goes to the purge valve. Make sure you move all this stuff out of the way so you don't snap any of these lines. You got PCV valve right here, the hose which I left on the intake, and you got various vacuum hoses right here. Make sure you're mindful of all these things. There's another PCV valve, which is plastic. Make sure you're mindful of all these things when taking stuff out, because it can get pretty pricey if you break any of this stuff. All right, so now I'm waiting on the part. Then the reassemble begins.